Trucker Hood fam. I'm back again with another one. It's early in the morning. Just got to work, and as promised, look, there was some things going on for me over the weekend in my mind, and I I find myself constantly like trying to help others out, like with everything. If I know how to do something or I learned a little bit from it, and I see somebody venturing in the same direction that I've already went, then I try to help people out. So I tried to help out somebody this weekend, and you know they kind of dissed me. You know what I mean? And it was like, damn, bro. I was looking out, you know, but you know, my wife told me not to do it, and it's her family I was trying to help out. My wife said, she said, don't do it. Because she already know how this person is. They think they better than everybody. They don't want, you know, it is what it is. I don't really know. But my white people, so I figured, let me help them out. You know, try to guide him and shit. But pretty much, like I said, dissed me. Went on Facebook, threw a subliminal shot and all types of stuff. I was like, damn. Like, wow, bro, like, you know, I can't, I really was just trying to help out. So I left it alone. But now it just made me thinking, like, it's time to turn up. It's time to really, like, y'all about to get content after content after content. Because I want to get better at what I'm doing. And I feel like I got the knowledge to help you guys out. I don't know everything. I'm not gonna act like I know everything, but I feel like I know enough to produce enough content for you guys. Of course, sometimes you see in my last video, I throw in some random stuff in there, and it's not really random. It's more so that those be videos that I really enjoy doing. I like doing the trucking videos, but I really enjoy doing the videos when I'm doing something I love to do. That's maybe outside of trucking. So you'll get videos on trucking, you'll get videos on pretty much a bunch of different things that I like to do. And you know, the ones that really been rocking with me, I see that, and I really got something planned for the ones that been rocking with me from the beginning. I got something planned for you guys. I don't forget about those. And yeah, so as promised, this video that I'm doing right now is gonna be on, you know, what was some of my horror stories over the road. Now, I got some horror stories out there on the road, but some of those stories, I gotta kind of keep it YouTube approved, you know, I guess, because some of the stories I don't know if I can really tell. I mean, you know what? I'll throw them in there, but they gonna be PG. They're not gonna be rated R how they was when it actually was going down. So I want to start off with the first one. The first like real story that I got, man. And I do not want to. I was struggling to do this one because I didn't want to discourage the drivers that's looking at going team. Because I team with a lot of drivers. But I did have one bad driver. And this person, I didn't last 2 weeks. I couldn't make it. I wasn't going to be able to do it. The more and more I kept talking to him and like, hey man, like you putting both of our lives on the line here. The more and more this person just was like, I don't know, it just didn't care. So I get teamed. Well, my teammate was in the military at the time and they had to go back in. They were in the reserve, so they had to go back for a little while. And I was looking for a new teammate. And found this one guy that was looking for a teammate. and decided, you know what, this guy seems pretty cool. Me and him gonna work together. So me and this guy end up working together, man. And when I tell you, oh, you done lost me. When I tell you, this guy pretty much came out. I don't know. I should have known because when he got in there, he said he never even drove a car before in his life. He went. I don't know how he went straight from having no license to going straight to truck driving. He's never driven a car before that. He was from New York City, so he gets in the truck with me, and as soon as we pull out the yard, man, this dude's punching the gas. I'm like, whew, why? I'm in my mind, I'm like, why is this dude driving like this? So we're on the highway and we're rolling. He's even at truck stops, he was just driving fast everywhere. And I was like, bro, why are you driving like this? And he's like, oh man, I'm just getting a feel of the truck or something. I don't know. So this is where he scared me. So we ended up getting loaded. We got loaded. It was jugs of like, they were like liquid. I don't know if they were soap or what was in them, but they were the big plastic containers with the metal cage on them. And we were loaded up. If anyone's pulled those, you know those things are heavy. They make the truck wobble. And we were going down the highway and he's mashing it like always. And he almost missed his exit. And this dude took the exit and the truck came up. At the time, the truck that we had, this was one of the newer trucks that had rollover detection. So that was the only thing that saved us. If this truck didn't have rollover detection, we would have flipped that. He would have flipped that truck, not we, but we would have been flipped over together. But the rollover detection on the truck, what happens if the system detects that the truck is about to roll over, it'll blow up the airbags on one side to push the truck back over. And that's what it did. It went to go roll, and it said rollover detection, and then you felt the airbags push up and then push the truck back over. And I was like, man, bro, you almost flipped this. In his mind, he didn't know nothing about how the rollover detection works, and he just kept saying, I wasn't gonna flip us, man. I wasn't gonna flip us. What'd he say? I know the truck. You know the truck. Man, every single load that you get, the truck is going to be different. So you'll never know the truck. You can't know the truck. All you can know is what speed at whatever weight is not going to flip the truck, or whatever load. Every single load is going to be different. A paper load going to be different than a tile load, or carpet load going to be different than a potato chip load. You can't know the truck. So yeah, that one scared the life out of me. Luckily, we made it out of that one. Then there was another time I heard this is when I already said, hey, bring me back to the terminal. I need a new teammate. And when he went to go when we were going back, he said, I'm sleep in the back. Now, mind you, I was struggling to fall asleep, but I finally was able to fall asleep because my body just was exhausted. I couldn't stay up anymore. And we were coming back in. We're going down that Tennessee mountain, and I was asleep. And anyone knows, if you run teams, when a truck is loud, that's when you don't really have to worry. That means the truck is working. You're not moving that fast. When the truck goes quiet and you're rolling, that's when you know that truck is moving fast. Like when you only hear that whistle of the turbo, you don't hear nothing else. You don't hear that engine no more. You just hear that. Whoo, that's when you know that truck is rolling. So we're rolling. And I wake up and I'm like, man, this truck's pretty quiet. We rolling. So I'm thinking I don't know where we are at. So I open the blinds and this dude is flying down Eagle Mountain in Tennessee, man. If anyone who has been on that mountain, you guys know that speed limit is like 40. He's going down this thing like 70. I can't wait to get off this truck, man. I'm in there like holding on for dear life, man. I'm about to cry in this truck. I just want to get off it that bad. But luckily that hill took us right into the terminal, and man, that was it. I got out of that truck. I never wanted to drive with this guy again. That was my first horror story. Second horror story. So this one right here is probably like the one that scared me the most. Like, I mean, my hands were shaking. So, and this had nothing to do with the truck rolling. I was in the truck. I was OTR. I was solo driver at the time, and I go to pick up a load. Matter of fact, I delivered a load, but they said, hey, your empties are way in the back. If anyone's been to Walmart, for some reason, they stick your empties way in the back in some dirt pile somewhere. But this Walmart I got there, it was like 2 in the morning. They said I delivered my load, I dropped my trailer off. They said, your empty is way back there, man. Back, now mind you, in the back, there's no lights. It's pitch black back there. Couldn't see a thing, but you're going through. I backed up to my trailer, and as soon as I backed up to my trailer, I get out and I go to hook up the air lines, hook up my electrical lines, and I go back to crank this landing gear. And as I crank the landing gear, I could hear like growling. And I was like, what the heck is that? And I look underneath the trailer, there's a coyote with puppies underneath there. The coyote was under there, fur up on his neck, staring straight at me, 2 in the morning. Mind you, no one else is back there. The only thing I could think in my mind was, I left my heat in the truck, man. Oh man, I was trying to like step back, but as I would move, it was growling at me louder, and it was like crouched down, and like it was ready to pounce. Like it wanted, I don't know. I was probably a little too close to his puppies. I didn't know how to get the coyote from underneath the trailer because I need to pull this trailer from out of there, and I didn't want to run over the puppy coyote. I didn't know, but at the time, staring eye to eye with a coyote at 2 in the morning, next to standing in between 2 trailers where nobody could see me at, and there's just whole time I'm thinking, man, my heat is laying right in between my seat, and if I move too fast to try to get it, I can't. I don't think I'm gonna outrun this coyote to the door. So I just kind of slowly crept back, and would just say my prayers. Stay there. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm just trying to get my trailer and go. But I am gonna have an episode on that because I know some people were wondering, yeah, heat. You brought your heat on the truck. And yes, I did keep some heat on the truck, but I'm licensed in several states, so that's the best way to go about it. We'll talk about that in the next video. That's more content for you guys. And I'm gonna give you the last one. The last one, because I don't want to make this video super long. The last one that I had, I ended up going to make a delivery, and I'm in some cornfield town. I'm in the middle of nowhere, and I deliver my load, and I asked them, hey, do you mind? They had like a parking lot across the street. Do you mind if if I could sleep here in the parking lot? And they said, look, I don't want you to sleep in the parking lot because I don't want to be responsible for anything that may happen to you or the truck. You might want to park across the street. I wouldn't park here at all if I were you. Like, well, we want to park here. And I'm just thinking, like, man, I'm all right. Like, in my mind, I got my heat. So, but I would hate to ever have to use it, but like, I might be able to scare something off. And they're like, man, look, I'm just telling you, this is probably not a good spot for you to park. I didn't take it as what he was trying to tell me. I guess I'm a little bit, for a long time, I was a little bit oblivious to any type of racism because I'm from up north, man. People mix, and it's so many people around. You don't really see racism as much as like until I got to the South. You got to see a little bit of it, and I was like, wow, really, it's still around. But up north, especially the Northeast, you don't really see it that much. So I'm in the South somewhere, and I'm go to park across the street. There's a gas station. So I go into the gas station, and I'm like, yeah, man, is it cool if I park here? Because the lady over there said I wouldn't park there. He said, look, you can park here, but this is a, what do they call it? This is a, dang, I can't even think of the name of it, what they call them. It's a sundown town. There we go. That's what they called it. It was a sundown town. And I didn't even know what they were. I'm like, what's a sundown town? It's like, man, it's at sundown, if you of any other race, man, anything's liable to happen to you, and nobody will come and help you. I'm like, well, now I'm like, I think I'll be fine. I'm just going to sleep. Nobody's gonna see me in my truck. But there happened to be a little pickup truck that rode by, and he gave me a look and like kept rolling. So I was like, well, that's it. So I go in there. I'm like, I'm gonna go to sleep here. It is what it is. So I go to sleep, and I'm sleeping in the truck in this parking lot. And this pickup truck, it was like two of them that pulled up into it. The gas station was closed at this point. Nobody else was there, and I'm sleeping in the parking lot. And they got people in the back of the pickup trucks and everything, and they're drinking, and they got like their beers or whatever, and they're blasting, they're blasting country music and all types of stuff out there. And next thing I know, they start throwing the bottles at my truck. Like all I was thinking was like, oh, they're throwing the the Molotov cocktails at my truck. I'm thinking I'm gonna catch on fire, but luckily, man, they threw the bottles at the truck, and they laughed about it and they rolled off. But in my mind, I'm thinking it's about to go down. It's just me in the town, and there's about 10 angry white males outside that don't want me here. So I don't know how this is about to play out. But luckily, they just threw the bottles at the truck and rolled off. It wasn't my truck. It was a company truck. So they didn't do nothing to me. And yeah, those are my stories. I got some other stories, man, but out of respect for the families, that I don't even know if this person was a trucker. I seen some motorcycle accidents that happened right in front of me, some bad car accidents. I've had to help people out of a car when the other passengers didn't make it. It was just like I've had, you know, to help people and have other people's blood on my hand while I'm helping them. Like, hey man, I'm trying to get them out and they're bleeding out. And I've seen, man, I've seen people get crushed by their own truck. I've seen some really crazy stuff. So, but just in case somebody in their family ever sees these videos, man, I just don't want to tell those stories because, I don't want them to have to relive that. So, but I've seen a lot of gruesome stuff out here, man. But those were some of the ones that I felt was safe to talk about on this video. But yeah, you guys just be ready, man, because man, I'm about to start pushing out content after content as hard as I can. I'm about to really go hard with this. I might even separate the two and start another channel where I show you some of the other stuff I get into besides trucking to, really, I want to separate, because I don't want you guys to feel like, oh, this guy making the channel about him. And it is, I originally did start this as a trucking channel, and as I learned to start editing and making videos, I like putting my little artwork spin on a video or a topic and making it exciting and fun. And if that involves whatever I'm excited about at the time, if it involves something that doesn't have to do with trucking, then I get excited and start making the video, and then I realize like that's not what they here to see. But yeah, I may start another channel. I may not. I might throw those in on a Saturday, and throughout the week I give you all trucking content. For the people who want to see some of the other stuff, it might just be in there, here and there. But other than that, man, that's my video for today, man. As always, truck drivers out here, man, it's all love. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.